Well, it's so nice to meet you. I'm very blessed that Bryan, trusts me to help him with Big Sun's business and promoting, online and helping him out with the things that he's, not so masterful in. And I both know that, his real skill set is in, helping people be seated and grounded in their bodies and developing awareness and releasing all of that chronic pain and tension, and both, through manual applications in Asian bodywork, but also through the skills and tools that he teaches and shares through 10-man and breathwork and private consultations. So, I'm not only an employee, I'm also a member. And it's always great to talk about this topic with other people who, have made that shift and realize, this is the real juju, this is the real magic that we have at our disposal to improve our lives and feel better. And I'm so grateful that Big Sun is there for you and you're there for Bryan and the team, because that's what it's about. It's about, raising people up individually and in community too. So
kind of reminds me of scripture now. That's what we're supposed to be doing, is spreading the seed.
That's right.
And that's basically what we're trying to do here. I mean, you can read scripture all you want. It's not going to do what the breathing in Bryan has done for me. It'll give you an idea of something, but it doesn't, it's too complicated for most people to even grasp. People need to know that it's up to them. It isn't up to anybody else, We have to do things.
So I'm curious, and Bryan's told me a little bit about, working with you and that you were open to have an interview with me. So thank you for that. And I'm wondering how long you've known Bryan and at what point, if there was a shift, because I think you came to him for bodywork initially. Is that correct?
Yeah, Bryan does body work on me, I've been with Bryan a long time. And,
But you started seeing us from the VA. You came for acupuncture, but the VA uses acupuncture as a large term for all traditional Chinese medicine.
what I'm going to say is, while he works on me, we talk about different things too, how to breathe, how to move. There's a lot more to it than just, one thing. That
There's a certain point where you're not just going into the shop and getting someone to look under the hood and fix stuff for you. You actually have to start integrating and using the tools and things, and going from coming in for acupuncture and then being introduced to body work and having results with that, and then from there being coached into movement and breathing. And was that something that was a clear transition, or something like a light bulb went off, or was it something that's sort of more gradual? Bryan mentioned you also have a movement practice. You're a wrestler, right?
Well, I was suffering before acupuncture, and then the Asian body work. I mean, I was suffering. I was on all kinds of pain medications and all this different stuff from my health, cholesterol pills and inhalers and just all kinds of stuff. And one day I said I had enough, and I quit everything. And I relied on the acupuncture and the Asian body work to deal with this. I mean, I wasn't doing any medication whatsoever. And then I wound up with pneumonia. And when I came out of there, from the hospital there, I came home with a nebulizer. And basically, the nebulizer is the only medication I do yet today. then I absolutely refused to go back on any painkillers or happy pills or anything like that again because they weren't doing me any good. They were a cover up. The you know, and I didn't know nothing about my body. When Bryan works on you, you can feel the difference in your body. I mean, I never heard of such a thing as rolled ribs. I come in here thinking I was having heart attacks because it hurts bad and stuff, and it's ribs. And, you know, you get them back in place, and I'm a new person. And I mean, Brian's taught me so much in the length of time that I've known him about my own body, how to make it better. I'm 67 years old, and I'm actually more active now than I was 6 or 7 years ago. The walking and stuff, it just amazes me what we're capable of doing just from learning things. But the breathing is, if we don't breathe, we don't live. So we have to learn how to breathe right. And Bryan's helped me with that. He's given me a lot of literature and a lot of knowledge. And I mean, you know, I can sit here and tell you right now that I owe my life to Bryan, and you talk to him, he'll tell you every year something happens to me and I mess myself up some way or another. But Bryan picks me up because, you know, I want to be like him.
Yeah, me too.
Well, you know, we can do that though. I mean, we're both capable of being just like Bryan. Well, not just like him, but
Well, not
we
just
can
like
do that.
he can keep that.
It's really, you know, people look at me and say I'm crazy. You know, they can't believe it. They said you can't do that. Well, I can do it if I want to do it, and they can do it too if they want to do it. But you have to have a desire to do something. It's like Bryan just went, he's not going to teach just anybody because most people don't hang in there. You know, they don't have that desire. I have the desire basically because I want to live another 30 years. I want to make 100 if I can, and I want to do it without struggling. I'm tired of struggling. You know, it's no fun. You know, I spent 5 days locked in a hospital room, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me because I didn't have to worry about what was happening outside of that room. I got to clear my mind out, and a lot of things came to me when I was there. The breathing. Bryan told me to get this book called I can't remember what it's called, but it's I'll tell you in a minute here as soon as I bring it. It says "Let Every Breath," and it's Russian breath masters. And I finished reading that book while I was in that hospital room, and the last 50 pages of that book I wrote word for word as I read it, and I grasped a lot more. And I just started doing these things that it tells you to do there. A lot of it I still can't do, but one thing I can do is I can clear my mind just by breathing, relax. The tension goes away. I think too much. That's my problem. You think too much, you can't do it.
That's
You think, you don't do it.
that's exactly the problem. That's my problem too, you know.
I think everybody has that problem is we let the mind try to control us, and it's not supposed to control us. That's not what it's there for. It's supposed to, you know, logically think, but not before we do something. If we think before we act, it's not going to happen. You're not going to do it right. You know, it's like working with Bryan. If I don't think about it, I can do it, but if I think about it, I can't do it. So, but, you know, everything I read tells me the same thing, that don't think, just do it.
Yeah, you know, I think the mind has a place. The mind is a tool. It's a very powerful, and tools that are powerful are also very dangerous. And I think the mind is very dangerous for us when we don't know how to use it, you know, and then we become used by it and think we're doing something clever, you know.
Well, you know, that's like the acupuncture part of it. It's to let the conscious mind relax and let the unconscious mind come out. Anyway, that's my concept. And just clearing the mind. I mean, we got so much stuff going through our minds all the time that it's amazing we keep up with anything. You know, those thoughts are always there. Something's always there, you know. We always have problems.
That's true. That's very true.
I'm not highly intelligent or anything like that. I'm just a plain ordinary man. But I can do this. And I know I can do it because I want to. I want to live and I want to enjoy life. That's the main thing. None of this stuff is easy. And that's why people don't do it, is because it's not easy. But, you know, but it's all about breath. I mean,
it's simple. It's a simple practice, but it's not overcoming yourself and the like inertia, you know. I think that's, for me anyway, like that's the challenging part, is overcoming your own blockages.
That's me too. and you know, Bryan has worked on me for a long time with this. It's like it's just starting to sink in. I got to get my mind. I think too much, you know, like some of the exercises we do in Tin Man. If I don't think, I can do them. But if I think about it first, I'm not going to do it. The body just won't let me do it. So you got to get that out of your mind. And that's everything I've read on breathing. The Buddhists, the Taoists, the Russians, they all say the same thing. You have to clear your mind of thought. And now I'm doing some reading on Buddhist meditation. And it's the same thing. You just breathe 3 times and tell your mind to shut down while you take 3 breaths. You know, it sounds easy, but it's not. But if you can do that, it's a form of meditation. You know, the brain is going all the time. Even while we sleep, the brain is going. Since I came back out of the hospital, I can, nothing bothers me. We can't go back in time. You know, the body is not going to change. I mean, my whiskers aren't going to go away. My hair's not going to stop getting gray and falling out. But I can feel like I'm young. And that's what it's about. And, you know, I have a granddaughter that's 9, and I think she's smarter than I am. But I want to be able to go do things with her that she likes to do. And I can't do that being an old grandpa. I have to be a young grandpa. So, you know, that's a lot of my motivation too. That's basically what I live for now, is her. And she's going to teach me, and I'm going to teach her. You know, never in my wildest dreams did I ever believe I'd be holding hands with my 7-year-old granddaughter walking up the road listening to her problems. No, she worries too much about me too. But she won't let me do anything that might hurt me, see, and she needs to get over that. And I need to be able to show her that I can do these things with her without hurting myself. So, you know, I don't care. They can call me crazy. They can call me whatever they want. It's been a major change in my life.